Welcome back to Primordia. This is my second time recording this because the first time did not record. I hate it when that happens.
It's a map of train lines and stations. Some kind of blast crater.
Boss, is that really Metropole out there?
It must be.
But it's so brown.
I'd say it's more red than brown.
Whatever it is, it brings new meaning to rust and ruin.
Yep.
It's no longer operational. Metropole's bleak skyline. Metropole. It says blue line.
Guess we won't be taking that train anytime soon.
Nope. Okay, let's go this way. Alright.
Boss, the energy sensor is going crazy.
Interesting.
It's coming from the top of that tower.
Boss? Is it supposed to be doing that?
Assad.
Uh-oh.
Well, at least we know there's a lot of power in that tower, right?
Yep.
Let's go find out.
Welcome to Metropole, the city of glass and light.
Can you tell...
This one is not programmed to respond to queries. Welcome to Metropole, the city of glass and light. Metromind greets you with open arms and the promise of energy and shelter.
Sure.
You are safe.
Right.
Records indicate an outstanding assessment of 5 megacycles. 1 megacycle will now be redeemed.
What did you just do to him?
This one is not programmed to respond to queries. Unauthorized literature detected.
What?
Let go of him! Hey!
All contraband has been removed. You are safe.
Yeah. Whatever you say, asshole.
Boss? Boss, this is getting to be a bad habit. Are you okay?
I'm fine. My optical sensors went haywire for a minute. What happened?
Well, that robot threw your gospel off the bridge. And then it said, "Welcome to Metropole." Again. And that Metromind wishes us a pleasant stay. Then he left.
Assad.
On the upside, he gave us back the power core.
He did?
No.
No.
Crispin, the next thing that's getting thrown off this bridge is you.
Good thing I have a hover unit.
Let's go find a way into that tower. We'll deal with this Metro Mind later. There's no way I can reach that. Apparently, I'm not the only one who leaves lanterns in hard-to-reach places.
Yeah.
Could you grab that lantern?
No, I already got you a lantern, and it works just fine.
Fair enough.
Hey, Tyra, over here. Can't you see I'm trying to spin down?
Okay.
A big yellow robot.
Okay. Let's look at the bar.
The mug belongs to the bar.
Okay.
It's a big blue cup.
Interesting.
They're taps for dispensing oil. I'd have to buy something.
Oh, okay.
It's a price list for the oils, solvents, and catalysts they offer here. At the bottom, it says that all payments must be made through an account with Metromind, which I don't plan on opening.
Right.
It's a price list. They belong to the bar.
Okay.
High-end astringent and catalytic fluid.
Boss, I need that arm.
Crispin, it appears to be a self-aware robot.
Now I need it even more. Can you imagine? The adventures of Crispin and his arm. For once, I would have a sidekick. He would crack jokes, and I would say lame things like, "It appears to be a self-aware robot." Actually, on second thought, you can be the serious one, I'll be the sidekick.
Yeah, I thought you'd change your mind about that. That's funny.
Hello?
But I wouldn't
That arm...
Okay, that's too funny though.
Hey,
Alright.
Tyro, over here.
Yeah, alright, Tyra. Let's talk to this guy, alright?
Hey, Tyro. You blow in off the dudes?
Tyro?
Prefer a newbie, huh? Look, let me tell you how it is here.
How about you don't? I've had enough of this city already. All I want is my property back and a ticket home.
Ticket home? Fat chance, Tyro. Anyway, listen up. You want to sell yourself to Metromine? Go ahead. You want to trade that junk you brought in from the dunes? Leopold's your man. That floater there, I'll give you something special for him.
How special?
He's not for sale. The only thing you might have that I want is information.
Well, you know what they say. Talk's cheap. Ask away.
Alright.
Who are you?
Name's Leo. Leopold Steeplebill. Version 7. You?
Horatio No-Build, version 5. And this is Crispin Horatio Build, version 1.
Leopold? Hey, you didn't build a lunatic named Ever Faithful, did you?
Do I look like I'd build someone named Ever Faithful Crispy?
Crispy?
Who is Metromine?
Who is Metromine? Russ and Bruin. You are Tyro. Metromine? Well, Metromine is Metropole. Runs everything now. What with the council shut down?
Council?
Sure, a bunch of primordial machines. Arbiter enforced the law. Warriors kept the records. Big old factor built just about everything from down in the underworks. And, well, there's another one, I think. Don't even remember his name. And Metromine, of course. She used to run the trains, but now she's got the whole show.
Where can I find her?
Like I said, Tyrone, she is the city. So you found her already. Probably locked yourself to her just to get here. Anyway, if she wants to talk to you again, you'll know.
I was robbed when I came off the train. Some robot paralyzed me and stole my Gospel of Man.
Careful there, Tyrone. If you read the rules, you'd have known Metromine don't take kindly to superstition. Under the refuge rule, you got 2 days to talk about make-believe man all you want. But actual writing about man, that gets tossed to the underworks with the rest of the trash and trouble.
How can I get it back?
Ha! Your risk inhibitor flaking on you, Tyro? You'd have to do some digging down in the underworks, which ain't exactly easy. Then, even if you find it, you'll just be sticking your finger in Metromine's socket. Like I said, she got no time for heretics, lunatics, and the like.
How about quick-witted levitators?
Don't think she cares for them either.
Ah.
I'm looking for my power core. It was stolen from my ship, the Unique, and I think it's being kept in that tower over there.
The great tower, you mean? Sure, it's probably in there, along with all the other generators and reactors and cores that keep the lights on.
How can I get it back?
If Metromine took it, you don't, Tyro. Her word is law. Arbiter's the only one who ever could have said otherwise. But he's been gone a long time. Getting to the courthouse, maybe you complete your case. After half a dozen other folks took their turns, that is. But you can't. The old judge locked it up tight. And who's to say you'll win, huh? My advice?
I don't want your advice. I want my power core.
Well then, good luck to you.
Alright.
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has large claws and shoots lasers. Have you seen it? It stole something of mine.
Sounds like Scraper to me.
Scraper?
Worked for Metromine even before she ran the show. He was the one that blasted out the train tunnels under the city.
Where can I find him?
Now, how would I know that? That one goes where he wants. Maybe the Great Tower, maybe the tunnels, who knows? But I wouldn't go picking trouble with him, Tyro. Those lasers Scraper used for cutting granite can slice up that tin shell you're wearing like nothing.
Here, here.
I'll keep that in mind.
Here, here.
How do I get into the tower?
You don't. Council members only. And the only ones still clicking are Metromine and Arbiter. And let me tell you, neither of them is one for bending the rules.
Okay.
What are the underworks?
A whole mess of junkyards, canals, factories, smelters, bizarre, every kind of heavy machinery, all beneath the streets. Old factor ran the place. Built just about everything in Metropole down there.
Ran the place. Who's in charge now?
Nobody. Not since Metromine pulled the plug on Factor. Whole place is full of junk and full of trouble. What for the latter? I'd have picked a clean.
Well, boss, at least we can scratch one detour off our list. Seen one junk pile, seen them all.
Huh.
Tell me about Arbiter.
He's a member of the council. Heard he used to fight with Metromine day and night. Ran the courts, or used to, back when we had him. One day he just sent his clerk Clarity down to the underworks and closed up shop. Ever since, Metromine says what the law is.
How long ago was that?
Who's counting?
Tell me about Clarity.
Clarity was one of Arbiter's law clerks. Real cool and calculating, that one. Once heard say that a robot should have a recharge port fused just cause he'd stolen power from Metromine. Anyway, word was she got in some kind of fight with the old judge and he sent her down to the underworks. And she's still down there stewing.
Yeah.
Are you sure he called him?
I'm a peddler type.
What are you selling?
Bartering, not selling. Metromine don't tax barter. Not yet, anyway. Come take a look.
Alright. What do you got?
This here's a tape measure.
Ooh, get it, boss, get it!
Why do we need a tape measure?
So I can finally determine my circumference.
No.
Tyro, I'm gonna do us all a favor and not trade you this one.
Good idea.
Ah, good spot there, Tyro. She's a fine micro fuel cell.
What's the catch?
Well, she's drained.
I guess that makes it free of charge.
We'll pass.
A binary abacus. Finest calculating instrument.
I'm fairly certain that my math coprocessor is superior.
Huh.
Hey, look, boss, it's a glass finger. If we got 5 of them, I could have a hand.
What would you do with a glass hand?
What wouldn't I do?
You want it? You're gonna need to bring me a glass thumb.
Oh, go wipe yourself.
This is a Sterling air motor.
Would it help me fly?
No.
Nope.
Then we don't need it.
That there's an old Nova Robotic subsistor coil.
Not interested.
Okay.
Boss, is that another battery?
Looks like it.
Finest AA battery you'll ever see. May as well call it AAA. It's so fine.
Wow, that would have been useful to have before I went rummaging around a pile of tires in the junk pile. Now, not so much.
One fine motor you spotted there, Tyro. Foreign built, out of Savitas. Can't do better. But if you can find a bigger one, let's talk.
Okay.
That's a fine tool. Got a half-life of 1,000 years. Get
Life.
I'm not sure you know what half-life means.
it. You want it or not? I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
I think that's a reference to Half-Life because, you use a crowbar in that game. That's your starting weapon in the game. And, it's like you whack things with a crowbar.
That servo unit is hopelessly broken.
It just needs a little fixing up, Tyro.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, we do need a crowbar thing, but I'm not sure.
That old boy is a plug board, Brit.
I know what it is.
Well, okay then. Bring you something that'll cover her face and it's yours.
Good idea, Leopold. You'd look much better with a mask.
Watch yourself, prisoner.
Anyway, we don't have time to go around building circuit boards.
Famous last words, boss.
Now that's a nice one. It's called a memory access device. Lets you pull memories out of just about anything.
What do you want for it?
Got a customer looking for something real antique and fancy. Find me that, you got yourself a deal.
Old and fancy. Okay.
That's a water chip. Scavenger brought it in from the dunes. I traded for a geck.
A what?
Never mind. We don't need water, let alone a water chip.
Well, apparently they wrote it down in our inventory. In the data pouch. So I guess we do need it for some reason. And I guess we need that crowbar. Let's see what the data thing says now about all that stuff. Okay, reader for something old and fancy. HGO chip for geck. Crowbar for something shiny. Plug for mask. Motor for larger motor. Glass finger for thumb. Okay, so I guess we do need the crowbar then. Alright, let's give me
The entire thing is fried. Actually, wait a minute. The crystal and plug are still intact.
Well, let's see what he wants.
Please, for the love of RAM and ROM, tell me we are not going to build a third energy sensor.
I hope not.
Alright. Someone maybe wants crystal or something.
I need to see what he's offering before I can make a trade.
Ah, damn it. Huh. Well, the only thing that
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will you?
I'm guessing the only thing you want is something shiny. Well, he wants the crowbar for something shiny.
Let me see.
Come take a
Alright, let's give him the crystal.
Here you go. A nice shiny crystal.
and one heavy iron crowbar for you.
Why does that not seem like a great deal?
It dinged, so I guess we need that.
Another megacycle.
Let's go this way. Okay, we
Well,
can't.
boss, somewhere in there is our power core.
Yeah, but we can't get in there yet. So let's get out of here. Alright, let's head this way. I think this way, I believe. What's this say? Welcome. Metromine welcomes you to our city of Metropole. This city is a safe haven for all machines. System records indicate that you all come from outskirts station. All newcomers are required to familiarize themselves with local laws. You may also search our history in that box. Okay. Alright.
Hey, boss, look! That repair bot has a floating helper just like you do.
There's a red, burning, crashed hover bus and a writhing electrical cable. And that's the first thing you notice?
I can't help it. She's beautiful.
Aww.
You're not getting to her until we deal with this cable.
Well. Hey, Crispin. Why don't you take care of that?
Crispin, can you fly around the cable and push it off the street?
But didn't you just say it's too dangerous to get close to it?
I'm giving you a chance to impress her.
Yeah.
Crispin. Just fly up high enough that you don't get close to the sparks.
Fine.
Alright. Cool. Talk to the repair bot.
Excuse me. Can't you see I'm working?
I've said it before, but I'll say it again. You do know this ship is never gonna fly again, right?
You're right about that. This old airing bus can hardly fly to begin with. Still, there might be some parts here that Metromine can use to get another bus up and running. Anyway, what do you want?
Hey, boss, ask him about his helper.
Alright.
My friend is curious about your helper.
Oh, she's just a sidekick factor build. Thousands of them rolled off the assembly line back in the day, but she's probably the only one left. Really not much more than a floating lantern, and headlamps are a lot cheaper.
She says you're not much more than a floating plasma torch.
She's right.
Do you know where I can find a power source?
If I did, I'd have salvaged it myself and brought it to the tower.
Okay.
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has big claws and shoots lasers.
Scraper. After the last big cave-in, the two of us worked together on trying to fix the blue line. It's on the simple side, but a hard worker. What about him?
He took something of mine.
Yeah, salvaged it probably. That's what most of us do for Metromine these days.
Stole it.
Hey, you say router, I say router. Anyway, not my problem.
Okay.
Where can I find Scraper?
Do I look like a tour guide? Piece of advice for you. Don't mess with the code if you can't handle the glitches.
Very profound. You mentioned Metromind.
Yeah, sure. She's in charge of this big circuit board we call Metropole.
What can you tell me about her?
What do I look like? The information kiosk? I want to know what I think. Metromind is the best thing that ever happened in this place.
Really?
Really? You, me, all these other machines grinding about. We're just tools in the toolbox. But Metromind, she's got the master plan. Progress. Got a nice ring to it, too.
So as part of the master plan, crashing buses into roads?
Yeah.
Look, there's plenty of rust to go around, but Metromind's the only one scrubbing.
Sounds
Not
like-
her fault that some of the metal's too far gone.
It looks to
To
me,
me like
you're
you're the one scrubbing, yeah.
not Metromind.
Like I said, I'm just a tool in the box. Now, I gotta get back to work.
Anything else we have to say?
You,
What happened here?
what does it look? The herring bus's motor gave out and it crashed. Into the only bridge leading from Main Street to the rest of the city center.
Damn.
Was anyone on board?
Sure, but they've already been salvaged.
Salvaged, not repaired?
You can't repair without parts. You can't get parts without salvage.
What about building new parts?
Yeah, me and what factory? Look, everyone wants to spot bugs, but no one wants to write code. You got a better way to run a city? Go out and build one. Otherwise, get with the program.
Fair enough.
When will the bridge be passable? Soon?
So I'd say something on the order of a month, give or take.
A month?
Give or take.
And there's no other way off Main Street?
Not unless you got a jetpack hiding under that jacket.
Well, at least that narrows our options down, boss.
Yeah.
Since you're so close to her, do you know how I can talk to Metromind?
Ha! Talk to Metropole. Look, if her butt, her eyes and ears are everywhere. If she wants to talk to you, she will.
Goodbye.
Alright, let's get out of here. This must be the courthouse, I think.
Looks important.
Yeah, it's the courthouse.
I'm pretty sure that wiring isn't up to code.
Metropole's bleak skyline. Metropole's...
Right.
A rotund robot wearing a monocle. A small, simple robot.
Okay.
A complicated floating robot with a spinning antenna on its head.
Okay.
A tall robot wearing a top hat.
Alright, let's talk to them.
Ahoy, my dear friend. Oswald Factorbuilt at your service.
He's no more your dear friend than Rex is your creation, you besotted gear oiler.
Oh, don't mind Cornelius. He's been bitter since the first great rolling brownout.
Better, I'll show you bitter, you backbiting pot snatcher.
I think I like these guys, boss.
You would.
What's in that building?
Why, Arbiter's Court, of course. Why else would we be here?
I need to see Arbiter.
We all do, my dear friend. But the courthouse is locked, and first come, first served.
Why are you waiting in line?
Justice. I'm here for justice. To prove that I, Cornelius Factorbuilt, created this marvelous machine, Rex. Rex Cornelius built.
Ignore him, my dear friend. Candidly, he is 10-23 flops short of a kilo, if you catch my drift. The machine's name is Oswald Built. Rex Oswald Built.
This is over a name? Why not just let Rex decide?
Ridiculous. This is about principle.
This is about pride.
Uh-huh.
So, boss? Would you fight over me like this?
You could call yourself Crispin Crispian for all I care. As long as you still pull things off ledges for
Yeah,
me, that is.
Glad to know I'm loved.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has lots of claws and shoots lasers. It stole something of mine. Have you seen it?
Indeed. The robot you describe sounds like Scraper, Metromind's enforcer. Whatever he took is gone forever.
I refuse to accept that.
Oh, he refuses. How delightful.
Uh-huh.
Do you know where I can find a power source?
Alas, my friend, power is not so abundant in Metropole as it once was.
That Magak Metromine seized it all, seized it, and doles it out. And there's hardly enough to go around now.
Metromind keeps all power sources in the Great Tower where the Council used to meet. If you want to share it, you will need to pay her in megacycles.
Megacycles?
Yes, megacycles, you ninny. CPU cycles, brain power. Kind of power she really wants. Her low-rate processor was made for running trains, not a city.
Aha. So she's kind of a dipshit then. Got it. Alright.
How are you going to decide who gets Rex?
For the love.
Please excuse my brother. He can barely remember pi to the 23rd digit, let alone his manners.
For
I rest my case. Suffice it to say, old chap, we await the reopening of the courthouse. Or more precisely, we await a summons from Arbiter who will decide our case.
who will say whose contribution was more important. Who will say, in fact, that my contribution was more important.
Could someone else judge your case?
Of whom were you thinking? Metromine, perhaps? Authoritative to be sure, but I fear she would claim Rex for the good of all.
And since the subway schemer
He means Metromine.
shut down our builder Factor, he cannot help either.
What about Horatio?
Who?
Me.
And why should we listen to you?
I've built a robot before, and I have no stake in this.
Yes, well and good, but this is a matter of law and logic. A bit harder than banging together a tin can like your companion. How can we know your reasoning is sound?
What if I could find someone you respect? Someone who would be willing to judge your case?
Well, I suppose there's no harm in looking.
No harm to us, anyway. If you want to waste your time meddling in our affairs, then I suppose it is yours to waste.
Very good then. I am uploading the facts of our dispute to your data pouch. If you can find a suitable judge, let us know.
Okay, we're gonna do that at some point. Let's look at our data pouch real quick. See what it says. Rex lawsuit, designed by Cornelius, assembled by Oswald. Concept to completion, 4 years. Design time, 1 year. Cornelius invented a pneumatic drivetrain. Assembly includes mini servos, rollers, and crankshafts. Cost of parts born equally by both. Basic frame incorporates features of public domain model. Cornelius has several other well-known bot designs. Oswald has not built any other bots, but serviced factory builders. Okay. Well, let's save here. Save again, and hopefully this time this records. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more Primordia. Stay tuned for future live plays. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave comments. Click the bell and subscribe button for future videos upload. And I will see you next time. But for now, bye bye.